Well, look what just walked on the workbench today. We have EEVEE by Lego Pokemon. This is set number 72151, contains 587 pieces, retails for $59.99. The set was provided by the Lego Group for review. Thank you, Lego. And yes, we have the famous EEVEE. And yeah, this looks like this can be built up to 3 people, which is even better. I like these build together sets. These are always fun. They're easy to split apart too. And just by first impressions, the box art is not serving this justice. It just looks kind of gloomy. But here's the top here with EEVEE on the top, so he's just peeking away there. Let's get one on the side. And here's the back. So obviously it looks like he's posable. Various actions and stuff. And yeah, this is obviously for sale. Alright, let's open this up and take a look at EEVEE. Oh, wow, here we go. Well, pack typical, obviously. Let's see what we got here. Well, I got the building guide. With these build togethers, sometimes you do have to download the building guides. It just depends, but well, looks like we got a lot of medium nougat here. I'm looking to see if it has a brick separator, and for those who are curious, this one does have it. Just like with my unboxings, we check everything. Everything gets, we don't overlook anything. Okay, we got a bag 6. That's not too bad. 5. Oh, it's not in order, Lego. I was disappointed. Alright. Okay, so looks like we got 6 numbered bags full of fun and adventure. And yeah, just by looking at this, I think we're going to be in for a real treat. Okay, so what my plans are is bring this down into 2 or 3 and build installments. If you see ants or bugs around here, we've been having an infestation out here, so I don't want to hear it on the video. There was one crawling on my hand, but of course I was doing some work earlier today. And today is the... Oh, what day is it today? The 24th of March 2026. So there's 6 bags. How is this broken down? We don't know yet. I forgot to set the ring light up, but at least I have it plugged in. I'm on battery right now, so I got to make a mental note for myself. Yeah, so I just got done filming the mystery item, and I'm going to save it for April 1st, April Fool's Day, so you'll get the joke when you hear about it. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to go here, and just by, I think that's how I'm going to break the build down here. Disclaimer, these are just merely my notes. Do not construe these professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just for fun, you know, just something to put together to kind of explore the set. And the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone, with the exception of these were provided by the Lego Group. This is basically a paid promotional item. And in addition to that, these are just for fun. So don't take these seriously and watch the video all the way through, because I may make mistakes and such, so we'll have to be correcting that. All sorts of things. So in other words, it's an amateur video. I'm not a professional. Okay, let's begin with bag 1. Let's build it. Yeah, I've been finding a lot of gnats in here. I think it's because the window was cracked open the other day. Alright. 1 to 3 builders is not too bad. We will see how the build's broken down, that kind of thing. I just got done with going to the dentist the other day. Everything checked out fine. I survived. And my dental insurance did work, so I may be inclined to keep that renewed. Yeah, so the only chore I have left to do now is I have to have my car's brakes checked out again. I don't like the way they're sounding. They just squeal so bad. So I got to take that down there, and I'm getting due for a haircut. So, yeah. Yeah, EEVEE 133. Lego specs. Yeah. I mean, I like that. Feels like we're playing Pokemon, right? I like that. Just a little trivia in the book. That's really good. And one trainer, always a once a trainer, always a trainer. You could obviously download these and, you know, or you can pause this for your trainer journey. And I wish there was more than just these. Maybe someday. Bond with EEVEE. Oh boy, I wish they had like an Ash Ketchum doll, but no. And what is this? They don't even have any other ones. EEVEE doesn't evolve in this? Well, that's sad. From the Lego Pokemon trainers. And of course, build together. And yeah, that's where we start at there. And, well, better time as any to just start building here. Let's build it. And the color palette is not too exciting, but this is EEVEE, so obviously that's going to be a thing there. There's always been some controversy on these type of sets. Why does Lego, charge a lot for these Pokemon sets, or why don't they make them more affordable? I don't know. I wish they did. That's always been a thing. This is $60. What kind of build are we going to get for $60? I am not 100% sure. Okay. Okay, it looks like we're building something else along with this. Yeah, so I just did the mystery item. I'm saving it for April Fool's Day. One of you were pretty closely correct on, I was asking, what do you think the mystery item will be? One of you were really close. Really close. I mean, because by the time I release this, we're going to get close to it anyways. I'm just going to give you a little hint here. It is anime related. Oh, goodness, Dre, please tell me no. No, well, yeah, it is, but wait until we see here. It'll be something different. I've already filmed it. It's an hour-long video putting something together. Same Lego format, every way, the way I do these. It was something completely out of my comfort zone, so it will be very interesting to edit and then to read the comments on this said video. Okay, I got to have a little fun here, folks. I've been having kind of like a very rough week. I got dentist done. I got everything else done. It's just been some drama around here I've been trying to avoid, so I've been just kind of laying low for a bit. But, I just had my house sprayed. That's probably why all the bugs are just coming out. This place is older than dirt, but, this house is older than I am, actually. But, yeah. But, with stuff like this, we could still have a little fun here and build things together. And, some of you like this style of video. Oh, I did get a message from one of my viewers, from their parent. Their child likes watching my videos, and I'm going to contact them back, and I'm going to ask them if it'd be okay if I can share. I forgot to put this plate on here. I'm going to see if they wouldn't mind if I share the build that their son was building some stuff, and I'd like to share it here along with the message that they sent me. And I'm going to see if I can do that. I always like getting reached out by parents, their children like watching this type of stuff, which is always cool. Now, videos like this obviously are really not meant for children, because these can be very lengthy in time. But, yeah, so everything's done for the year. I've just survived the first quarter. We're almost done here. Yeah, and it's been nothing but drama, so I've been hiding from that, and now it's time for me to build and enjoy my day. So it looks like we're just building the torso in bag 1. And more or less, this is like just an animal figure, nothing more. Okay, now it looks like we're putting together some other type of part here. Right now nobody's here at the house, which makes it even better. So today is work from home day. But I just wanted to kind of sit back. I want to build stuff. I got a lot of ideas in my mind right now I'd like to get going on. So yeah, I'm building a Lego set. But this one item I was building is not a Lego set by any means. But I think you guys and gals will enjoy the commentary. Very seldom do you ever hear me just bust out and laugh, but if you watch this video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. One of you mentioned that I was pretty close. It is anime related. It was way out of my comfort zone, but it was something different. A lot different. Because by the time I get to releasing this guy here, it'll be about that time anyways. I just got done with that educational set. I'm trying to find that inverted piece here. And it's just too much tan in this. Yuck. Okay, I gotta start sorting out parts. It's just like right now, for example, I've been trying to just keep low here. Every time I have something positive that happens, that goes on in my life, somebody has to rain on the parade. And it's just like, can I just have a day for myself? And boy, oh boy, if I mention that, I get roasted. Yeah, you don't need any more time off. Yeah, actually, I do. But I've had that work vacation thing that was not too bad. I cannot find that inverted. Oh, here it is. Let's say I cannot find it, but there it is. It's hiding from me. Okay. Checking the window, make sure nobody's coming home. Yeah, but I think you guys and gals are like the, and you know, here's the deal. If I'm doing other building toys, if you guys prefer that, now I'm going to keep this stuff mostly Lego on here. I'm not going to do any other type of building toys similar to Lego. I will be doing like erector sets and stuff like that. But as far as for, you know, my main theme here will be Lego, of course. But one of you did mention though that you want to see a different change of pace. You know, how do I do other things? Well, we'll do that. And this thing I put together though, it was way out of my comfort zone. Well, that's already coming apart. EEVEE, you're not that durable. It was way out of my comfort zone. But it was the video took about an hour to film. I haven't edited yet because I want to do some set reviews real quick so I can get a full load here. But I think once we get going, I think it's going to be very fun to see what your opinions on these sets are. You know, just something different. I was in a good mood this morning until somebody threw me off into a bad mood. That's why I kind of sound bad, but I will try to make it fun here for us. But I think, honestly, though, reading the nice comments and stuff from my viewers is always a treat. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, these go right here. Alright. Yeah, watch the video all the way through because I will make mistakes here, not intentionally. You know, it brings up a topic about the disclaimer. Why do I have to put the disclaimers? It's just, I shouldn't have to do it. But, you know, when I watch YouTube, I already know that this is pretty much amateur hour. And if I don't like a video, I'll just leave. You know, I will. But I like watching other people's content. It beats them what's on television. Okay, I think we survived that. Okay, we did. Okay, that's good. We got through that part. We got through that part. But Pokemon sets, so this is something like, why hasn't Lego never got into this is beyond me. Now they're getting into the Lego stuff. Ooh, I put that piece in wrong. But we have a tool to help us fix that. Oh, this is still flaking apart. I'm going to say build quality right now just seems a bit average, but we're just starting out, so things are going to flake out. All these reviews start off as a 10, and then I chip away as we go. So right now it's just at an average 10, not a strong 10. That means if something happens catastrophically, I have to ding down a bit more. But yeah, looks like the picture. Okay, then we got to put the frame on there now. That goes around that, so it must be extra support. Yeah, those frames come in handy for making vehicles too. Yeah, I even did my first impromptu unboxing on this channel too, but wasn't even Lego related. Trying to keep a straight face on this one item was just something else. But for you guys and gals who are into this stuff, yeah, you'll have a lot of fun with it. Hopefully you will. Hopefully you will. Sometimes I got to push myself a little bit out of my comfort zone in order to do something different. You know, it's like building this Pokemon stuff. I mean, I've done Lego before, so it's like this is nothing new. This is just like building a little fox. You know, I've built animal figures before, so nothing special with this. It just feels like feels like one of those 3-in-1 sets. But at least this one's not a 3-in-1. It's a 3-in-1 build type thing. They also have a lot of parts in here too in one step, so a little part call out. So yeah, can't wait to edit that thing today, that mystery video. Oh man, it's all going to be unedited, or well, it's going to be edited in terms of getting rid of the silence parts and stuff, but it will be unobstructed commentary. But I looked online, there's some people that built it in 12 to 15 minutes, their videos were edited, and I thought, well, I'm not editing mine. Alright, so we got all that ready to go there. But yeah, putting stuff together, that's the name of the game, you know? I mean, you got to put some stuff together. You know, I mean, I understand that some people are just not fans of Lego, you know? I know some people just don't care much for building things like this, you know? And that's fine, you know? But for me, it beats than sitting in front of the TV watching some pointless news show. And just to hear the bad things going on in the world, why don't we sit down and build fun things and have a lot of fun doing things? A lot of people need more fun in their lives. You know, there's just no point in just working all the time. Well, now you have no choice. You have to work a lot longer now. But like right now, I'm checking for errors in a computer program. The AI program I'm using is doing that for me. And if it rouses up any suspicions, then I have to go in and check it out manually. It just proofreads my stuff. I've had it for years, so I just check it and run through all the permutations, all the scenarios, and then if something goes on, that's when I will take care of it. Okay, now looks like we're building another part here. So far the color palette is just kind of meh. It's not that exciting. Build quality seems so far average. You know, I'm experiencing some parts coming off, but not too major. But I think this is more or less just something fun to do. You know, if I wasn't interested in Lego, I wouldn't be doing this at all. All right. Okay, that goes in the notch. But I cannot wait to share these videos with you folks. Especially the mystery one. But one of you were really close. But like I said, it is, since now I've noticed the time on this, it is anime related. And let's see here. Okay, and where did I leave off? If I had to stop and go take care of something real quick, it's like, geez, I haven't had a chance to even get to this yet. Yeah, I miss the days of just, you know, being alone. Alright. Alrighty, let's get this going here. We got this claw piece hidden in here. Huh. that's, well, that's not what they want. Oh, wait a minute, because I got that in the wrong spot. That's what we want. And then now this goes here. Like that. Okay. And these now, this is going to be challenging. So it goes like that. With this here. And that means the other one goes on the other side. Like that. Okay. Okay. Well, I obviously didn't make any mistakes because we just survived that. So it looks like bag one just does the torso. I mean, we've seen these millions of times, right? We build horses and dogs and stuff, and yeah, not too bad at all. Okay, now we're moving on to bag number 2. I think I'm just going to do it in 2 installments to be fair. Well, at least one thing, you don't have any small bags in there. It's all small parts. So, it looks like we're building the hindquarters. I think what I'm going to be inclined to do here, we're just going to build these in one setting. So I'm going to do the one closest to me first. And I could do them separately. But it would just be easier if I come in here and do it like that. All right. Okay, we got too many. Oh, we got. I've never seen those before. Start pulling out the parts and looking for another one of these. Of course, this could be just one leg. But before I do anything stupid, let's make sure here. Well, this is a front paw. Okay, this is... Okay, I'm only going to be able to build one of these at a time. Alright, now I'm glad I checked. I did not want to make a mistake here, but let's check it and see. Now, I may have to do a lot of editing in this video because I have been getting interrupted. You probably won't notice in here. Every time I have some free time, it's like, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Like, let me just have some time to chill out, you know, to reset from work. And sometimes it gets like that. It's like, oh, let me just sit down and take a breather here. Well, can you do this right now? I'm like, okay, fine. You know, just to hurry up and get it done so I can get back in here and just relax. There's some other things I'd like to say, but I will keep it family friendly. But more or less, it's like, you know, you do have to have your me time. And, well, that's kind of an unusual color to be in here, blue. I was like, can you get out here and clean this real quick? I'm like, I'm right in the middle of filming something. Can it wait? No. I'm like, all right, let me get a section filmed real quick. And to them, even if I leave to go to the bathroom, can you do this for me? Like, they'll literally sit and wait by the door. And I'm like, I have to go tinkle or something like that. Can it wait? And but it can't. And yeah, I got a 20-year-old here that just more or less doesn't do anything. So if I suggest we'll go out for a meal, he can't go because I'm like, dude, I need some help around here. You know, working 60 hours a week, taking care of a family, I need some help, you know. But that could be asking too much. One of my buddies is going through the same thing. Oh, that's printed. He's got a teenage kid that more or less doesn't do much of anything. And I said, well, how do you handle it? He goes, I just take away their video games. He goes, he cops on the Wi-Fi. He goes, I have Wi-Fi blocked in the house except for mine and my wife's tablet and stuff. And he goes, then he can have his phone. And I thought, I've been doing that, but he goes, man, I need help. And it's like, I work. He goes, I work just as much, and I don't even get any free time. And I'm like, yeah, I hear you. Is that where that goes? Yep. So it goes right in the center right there. And let's let these two get acquainted here. So this actually, oh, they got this stuffed in here. So you won't even see these joints when we're done. So we're going to build over that. Okay, now I'm kind of glad we did that. So it probably would have been okay if we mirrored it, but I didn't see a lot of... Oh, there's the other piece. So I could do it right now, but let's just keep it like that. Like we're building the hubcap or the fender that we're building the fender that goes over the side now. Oh, these inverted tiles, these are pretty cool, especially the round ones and stuff. Pretty many. There's lots of unique uses for these. So I bet this is going to sit on that. Okay, making sure you can see what I'm doing. The viewfinder on this thing is pretty high up, so I need to get an external monitor hooked up so I can just glance over and see what I see. This machine does handle it. I just need to dig one out. But I have one in the shop. Oh, I got to pinch that in there. I have one in the shop. I just got to dig it out. It's like a little 10-inch LCD screen, maybe about that wide, And it'd be nice just to use that to view instead of using the viewfinder. That means it would be easier for me just to look over my shoulder instead of have to strain. You got to really force that down in there. There we go. Yeah, I washed my car the other day, and somebody got mad that I did that, and I'm just like, can I just have some me time? Hey, but at least my car's washed. All right, see how that's tucked in there? That looks really good, huh? And then now we got to put the other part of it on here. Trying to more or less not make these into full-blown rant sessions, but sometimes I have to vent it off. The other day I had the house sitting at 70 degrees and everybody complained it was too cold. I'm like, really? Well, I thought that would have been wrapped around, but that's going to come off very easily. But as you can see, though, the joints are hidden right underneath its fur. Not too bad, and we're not done with this yet. But I mean, sets like this, whoops, I put that in the wrong place. Oh, okay, I see. This is going to clamp this in. Sets like this are just fun to put together and explore. So I would say right now, if we're still using the torso to build onto, this is only for one person. So I'm going to say this is not 3 people yet. I think this is the thing here. And that takes care of this side. Okay, so that was the left paw. Now we got to put on the right paw. So we're going to be focusing our attention here now. So I could have just mirrored these, but well, it's too late now. I'm not going to refilm that. It would take longer than it would be for anything else. I got to keep tabs of time. I got 21 minutes left on this card. I'm hoping to film this today. I have another set that was sent to me that's small. I might be able to squeeze that one in. So I'm going to try to film as many things as I can. Everything's small at this point. This is a small set compared to what I have that's coming up. And more or less, I just want to plow through these reviews quickly. And alright, we need that. Yeah, the nougat is kind of a cool color because I don't have a lot of it. I'm starting to get more of it, but we'll need that. Let's put that in there right now because we'll need that there. But I just more or less I like the bright colorful stuff. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah. Alrighty, so we got that put together. Now we got to put together the other ball joint. Yeah, there's so many parts, huh? I get this question from time to time, Jay, how do you handle putting all these parts together? I don't even know. Oh, there it is. Well, what you do if you're getting into Lego and this looks overwhelming to you, just take your time. Just focus on one page. Don't focus on all the parts on the table. Just focus on one section at a time, like this. Okay, I just focused here. Now we got to put these arches here. Okay. And like that. That's got a nice contour there, huh? I didn't notice that in the last one. So now put this together. Yeah, but I'm pretty pleased with the Pokemon sets. This is the actual first Pokemon set I've actually put together that's a statue. I've been wanting to do the EEVEE for quite some time. Well, now I'm doing EEVEE, so now we can experience the build together. I know somebody already said, oh, I already put that together. Yeah, I haven't yet. I'm slow on doing my reviews, but you know what? At least, you know. Now we got to listen for the ear. Should snap right in. Okay. That takes care of that. Okay, now we got to focus our attention on the fender for this, the side thing. Yeah, I cannot wait to share these videos with you. Oh man, I can't wait to edit it and see what it looks like and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. No, what do we do? I keep whacking my head on the viewfinder. You know? Even my own tutorials, sometimes I'm building stuff where you have to have 20 million hands to help you out. And then after that we got to put the side pieces on. These are hard to put on here. So I'd even flatten it, just really mush them down in there because it's hard to get that gap to close. So I just really kind of just pound that in there. Well, not pound it, but just set it in there. And just do it like that. Just get it in as best you can. That's all you can do. And then we can put this on here like that. Okay. Yeah, it's starting to look like something, huh? We're getting there. We are getting there. That means tonight I should have EEVEE done. And the mystery video. Okay. Like right now I have 7, well now I have, what is that? 16 minutes left. Might be enough for the last one. And then we got to do what we did before. Except now we got to put this here to kind of lock that in. It's not really a whole lot to lock that in there. I think this is more or less just going to be a posable toy than anything else. Well, I didn't mess up because this is what we have remaining here for bag 2. And as you can see so far, it's starting to look like EEVEE. Alright, I think we're going to wrap up this installment here with bag 3, and I want to thank everyone on my main channel and Patreon for being contributors. It's always a big help, because it funds my dreams, and I can take a little bit more time off to do this stuff for you guys and gals. And in addition to that, thank you everyone for taking the time to check out my rubricable profile and downloading my building guides. It's another way to support the cause. And in addition, if you like my content, if you like the way I do things, or just like me to put you to sleep, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, and all that stuff. So I have a feeling these are going to be mirrors. So I think that's what we're going to start with now. Okay. See if we can get this done before the card runs out. So I'm just going to mirror these. I could just do it the other way, but I think the easiest way to do it is just to do it like this. Oh, they're using that to clear that. Okay, well, it's the same thing over here, just in reverse. Now, you do not have to do what I'm doing here. I just do this for brevity of the video, just to kind of keep things a little short here. Yeah, there's a lot of parts when you first start, and a lot of people get overwhelmed like there's a bunch of parts staring at you. Just find the pieces you need. Focus on just one section at a time. That's the only recommendation that I can do. And if you run across parts you don't need right now, just set them off to the side. You know, that's what I recommend. Like, sometimes you'll see me do this. I'll just push some parts off to the side here. And then I'll focus on just what I need. Like, I need another one of these to mirror. So I'm just focusing on that. Okay, I found these right now so far, so that's not too bad, but I haven't found the inverted bowels yet, so the bowels. The Bowl Hunter from ReZero, the Bowl Hunter. Time I think of the word bowl now. But that's bowl. The other one the lady was doing was bowels. The Bowl Hunter. There we go. Yeah, so far these are actually clones of one another, but we didn't know that. Well, now we do. Yeah, my nephew's just in there right now playing video games while I'm doing all the chores, and that kind of ticks me off a bit, but if I even try to say something, it starts World War III. I'm just kind of like, dude, I need some help here. You know, it's kind of sad. You know, sometimes I need some time off, and then I hear, well, why don't you get him to do it? Get my nephew to do it. I said, just have him do. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want you to do it. I'm just like, why me? You know? My allergies are starting to kick up, so yeah. So far these things are just clones, but I'm just kind of like, you know, like the other day I had to help my mom set up her stuff for the taxes. It wasn't that bad. It took about 40 minutes to do, but anytime you mess with the government website, it just makes it miserably long. It's not fun. They don't really give you instructions, or the instructions are so vague, like we've done this a million times. I'm like, yeah. Well, so far it's still the same. Okay. Now we're going to need to get two of these here. Remember, we're building in pairs. So I'm going to keep them lined up the same way as this here. Okay, I don't need these right now. We'll set these here. I'm looking for another one of these. Okay. And yeah, if you're not, and I've had some that said, Jay, I cannot do Lego. I just can't figure this stuff out. I mean, you're not the first that's done that. When I was little, this stuff was complicated. It depends on the level of the set. Sometimes I'll still get lost on putting things together. That kind of thing. So here, just take my time. Just do it in sections. Do it in sections. That's the only recommendation I can suggest, is do it in sections. You know, that's why they don't have you put 20 pieces on in a building step. But I think what people get confused on is they open up the set and it's just 20 million bags, and there's just lots of parts, and you unbag each bag. It's overwhelming. I understand that. But just take a breath, go, whew, you know, do a little yoga, that kind of thing, and just, okay, let me start with this first step. Okay, I did this, nothing went wrong, and just proceed on. These pieces here, I found a lot of uses for them. They could be your best friends, so hoard those up if you're collecting parts. They work good for roofing tiles, especially for Asian architecture. So it's a nice part to have. That one's not going to be so much, but it is a companion for that piece for those who don't know. Okay, so after that, we got to put more of these. These are a nice piece to have too. I just wish they were square in the back, but at least it's something to do. And Lego's also a good thing. It's a good hands-on building contraption too, because we're not looking. The only screen I'm looking at right now is the timer and the viewfinder. But my main goal is not a screen. My main goal is building with my hands, to construct something from my mind. This is from a building guide, but we can be part of the build. Okay, now we got to put these on the top to strengthen these pieces here up, because they're kind of just not really sturdy. I like that contour. Pretty cool. And well, there's actually some printed pieces here. Huh. Are these mirrored? No. But they show the oval going like this, so let me find the other part here for that. So when you put yours on there, they're supposed to be like that. Maybe those are the paws. We don't know yet. And then now we got to install them on here respectively, so it goes like this. Okay, that's where it goes on. That means this one goes like that. Okay. Very, very, very good. And now it looks like we're putting the skin on the sides. Let's do that. How much time do I have left? Oh, I got 8 minutes. I can get it done. I'm going to try. Jay, you're having a lot of fun here, are you? Well, that one thing I built was pretty fun. It was different. So this, we're back to the old grindstone again here. Yeah, I had to deny my very first offer for the year. It was something I was not interested in building. I knew what I was getting, and I thought, no, I still got a bunch of big sets left to do, so now I have to start declining Lego offers. As much as I like to get every Lego set that they send me, I just can't. So I have to decline some of them. I got too much of the stuff around the house anyways, so they're probably like, whew, you know. I've only declined maybe 3 offers since I've been in this ambassador program. And some of the sets that they send me, I'm like, oh, I really want this. This looks like it'd be a fun little commentary build to share my experience. You know, that kind of thing. And yeah, now this goes onto here. Well, that's really going to lock all that together, huh? That's really nice. And so are these here. Mush that down in there. Well, so far it's looking like something, huh? And then now we got to focus our attention on these here. We've done these before. I'm going to say that this right here could be person number 1. This is person number 2, because they're putting together this. All right, hold on before I make a mistake here, because I know I will. Yeah, this stuff, it can be very daunting from time to time, but at least, you know, when I was a kid, we didn't have YouTube. We didn't have anybody to show us how to build sets or put things together or give us inspiration. What we had was just magazines. Everything was pre-made for us. It wasn't like today where we have the internet. So now putting this stuff together, I can show you my experience as a hobbyist, you know. So these are clones. And then these go in like that. Okay. Everything's printed. This feels like a very high-end model. And then we have these here. That's only tacked in by one stud, is it? That's two. And then this goes here. Everything is hidden very nice. Very nice indeed. Very high end. And now we got to attach them to that. So we've already did this one here. So these are the hind quarters. Okay. At least everything is posable. And we'll put this one here. No, Jay, put it in right. And yeah, we're missing some stuff there. But now the book tells us to build the other leg, which we just got done with the right hind quarter, and I think this is the left one. We'll take a look here, just to be sure. But all around, though, it's not too bad. Yeah, so this is the left, this is the right. And I think that's a good place as any to stop here, because I do need to switch cards over. I only got 4 minutes. Okay, summation of thoughts. And honestly, so far, EEVEE just feels like your standard brick-built animal. Do I feel anything special out of it so far? The building style is pretty unique. It is finished off. But I think, honestly, though, in all fairness, it just feels like I'm building just a regular animal minifigure, or animal figure. Brick Separator is included with the set. Yeah, I survived bags 1, 2, and 3. I'd say maybe 2 people can comfortably put this together, because the legs can be put on after the torso's built. Obviously, you can't put them on before. But so far, it is keeping my interest. It's not a bad set, but I never thought today I'd ever see that with Lego. Never in a million years. But tell me what you think so far.